Spirit to offer our resources in service to our community, and by your goodness, help engage us in your ministry. Make us agents of your love and guide us that we may find meaningful ways to care for our neighbors, near and far. Grant us your blessing, O Lord, that we may greet another year of opportunity for service with renewed strength and faith. Please bless Longview Pioneer Lions, our new officers, our presence in this community, and our connections to the world through International Lions. Please bless this food to our bodies. Bless us in your service, and we'll give you the praise. Amen. Amen. Good job.
Have the Pledge of Allegiance by Kyle James.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Singing of America, Marilyn Patterson.
Oh, Canada.
Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring.
Please be seated. At this time, I'd like to introduce a few of our dignitaries that are here tonight. A little recognition. Tonight we have our district governor, our own Steve Patterson, with us. And we have our president, Doug Harvey, for 3.5 weeks. We also have past council chair Hal Palmer with us. Past district governors, we have Jim Reinecke. And our installing officer tonight, Mark Kelch. And would the past zone chairs please stand? Should be a few of us here. And now would the past presidents of our club please stand?
I'm not on the list. I'm not on the list. I'm not on the list. I will explain.
Mark will explain that. Everybody's on Mark's list. Let's have a nice dinner. Here's our nice lady, our entertainment tonight. It is Marilyn Patterson.
Yeah, I've got to tell you a story about that. Oh, Canada. You know, some of you don't realize probably, but Steve and I have traveled to, including ours, 9 spring conferences. And every conference, there are Canadians and Americans. This is really hot. Is it too loud on you? No. It's not vibrating? Okay. A little bit. Pull it out. And it's so automatic. get special functions to sing "O Canada." My apologies. Well, those Canadians are great, aren't they, Carmen? So, I have a great little program here. I have a few people that are going to be my helpers in my little skit. So I would need Shirley and Mamie to come forward. I'm going to come over here.
$80 out.
I need Matt Palmer, Janice Hillman, Mike Firth, and Walter. So if you want to sit down, bring a chair. Otherwise, just kind of group yourselves around Shirley and Mamie. What about you, Mamie? I want you right here. I need you to help me over here, honey. Mamie.
Mamie. No, Mamie. Behind you. Behind you.
What? She's good. That's going on. Where's Walter? Walter.
We don't stand.
Okay, you guys have to be nice.
Sam. She's got one leg and you're sitting down.
I want him to be there.
Oh, you want him
Okay?
to sit there?
That's right, Walter. And this is going to be down here on the ground. And when we get to you, you're going to pick that up. All right. I created a little song here. It has something to do with flowers, being the theme is flowers. And it's called "I Pick You." And it also has to do with lions. So if you consider a beautiful bouquet that's sitting here, might be a group of lions. And there's a few more flowers that need to go into this bouquet to make a beautiful bouquet. So, if you were a flower, I'd pick you. And if you were a rose, I'd pick you. But if you were a wildflower, I'd pick you too. That's enough, Pat. If you were a wildflower, I'd pick you too. For it takes all kinds to make a bouquet. If you were a rebel, yes, Janice, I'd show you. If you were down, I'd pick you up. But if you were sour, I'd be sweet on you. For it takes a bouquet. I'm not singing very good. For it takes all kinds to make a bouquet. Now you've got the rose in there, and you've got the flower, Janice.
Thank you.
Yeah. You see, this is a Christmas flower. It just doesn't really belong in here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But sometimes, you know, as lions, we like to be rebels. And so, you know, there's room for that rebel as well. And there's room for wildflowers, of course. Okay. Come on over, guys. Fix this bouquet. We need you. Sour grapes. And for the grass, the one that's down on the ground. So give this group a hand, and I really thank you for your help. Okay. As they're going, I have a couple more songs to share. You can go ahead and sit down. Thank you. Yeah. You know, having a little fun is part of being able to be a lion. You know, Mark always said food, fun, and fellowship. So we do have a lot of fun. And another thing is that no matter what we do, you know, we're free to choose that. We're free to choose that fun. So I just wanted to sing a couple more songs, and this is on a light note. And you can sing along if you actually know the words.
Not you, Al.
The moon belongs to everyone. The best things in life are free. The stars belong to everyone. They gleam there for you and me. The flowers in spring, the robins that sing, the sunbeams that shine, they're yours, they're mine, and love can come to everyone. The best things in life are free. The best things in life are free. On a more serious note, it's really important as lions to not only have fun, but lift up our fellow lions no matter what. We are a team, we are together, and sometimes we just need to be inspired. And this song is a famous song, popular by Josh Groban. And you know, it really speaks of something higher than us, you know, our faith. But if we would take these words and really seriously look at them, listen to them, it's a good message to each of us to lift up our fellow man as well. When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when trouble comes and my heart burdens me, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy sea. And I am strong when I am on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. There is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats so imperfectly. But when you come, I am filled with wonder. Sometimes I think I glimpse eternity. You raise me up so I
Who says this club doesn't have talent? Okay, this time it's time to install our officers. And our installing officer tonight is Mark Kelch. Mark joined our club in 1986. He was president of our club in 96, zone chairman in 2003, our district governor in 2007, and Mark is a Melvin Jones Fellow. Let me introduce our past district governor, Mark Kelch.
Hey, Mark.
Got to get a few things ready. I was reminded when Marilyn was singing "The Best Things in Life Are Free" of the old saying about volunteers. Not paying volunteers doesn't mean they're worthless. They're not paid because they're priceless. Great line in there. And Marilyn and I did not plan this ahead of time, but we both have a very similar theme, which you will see in a moment. Ron's theme, in case you haven't figured it out by now, is flowers. I have the honor tonight of installing the officers for the Longview Pioneer Lions. We are 90 years old. We are about to begin our 91st year of officers. There was a list at the table. I had this great idea of listing all the past presidents. Had this beautiful list that was done on a legal-sized document that I quickly stuffed letter-sized paper in, printed out 30 copies. And as several presidents of past presidents tonight have reminded me, they got left off the list. That was my fault, and I'm sure I will be fined for that on Tuesday.
$1 per president.
$1 per president? Yeah. I think there's about 15 of them missing, so that could be a little expensive. A few words before we begin, just on leadership in general and Lions in general. We always have to keep in mind that family comes first. Our job comes before this. For many of us, our faith comes before that. But having said that, the volunteerism that we do is important, and it's very important that we have the commitment to follow through on the jobs that we are asked to do and tasked to do. Lions are lions, doesn't matter what office they are or if they aren't in office. We're all equal, we're all lions. It's just some of us have different tasks to do in Lions. There might be an officer, it might be a president, it might be a lion tamer, tail twister. We'll explain a little bit about some of those positions for those of you who aren't familiar. But the key thing is we are all lions. We're all equals as far as the club goes. Team is kind of the theme work tonight. And Marilyn and I both came up with bouquets for some reason. It worked out very nice to do this. The team, Hal Palmer's very interested in acronyms, but team is together everyone achieves more. I actually thought of that from Hal. Let's keep in mind too that team is also the members. We need to remember to delegate and get members involved in the club. Perhaps as a Lion leader in the board this year, you may want to take us doing something we haven't done for a while, like a planning retreat, club excellence program, or whatever. But it's your job as Lion leaders to go out, realize what the club needs, listen to the members, and go out and do the best job you can. Don't be afraid to try new ideas. As we mentioned earlier, Ron's theme is flowers. I asked him what his favorite flower was. It was a begonia. I originally was trying to do a theme where a different type of flower for each kind of office, and I started researching begonias, realized that begonias are subtropical, tropical type plants, and I don't know if Ron's telling us he'd rather be off in Hawaii or the Caribbean or someplace like that, but we're going a different direction with some of this. Part of the presentation will be the mandatory, part of it is customized. I like to kind of change things up a little bit. I think most of you have figured that out over the years. Lion Keith, one of the official parts here, as club secretary for the Longview Pioneer Lions for the current year, will you confirm that these officers about to be installed have been duly elected in accordance with your club bylaws and the procedures of Lions Clubs International?
I do.
Thank you. First to come up, and we'll start over here. I'll ask you to start lining up right along this side. But we're going to have the Lion Tamers for next year come up. This would be Kyle James, Tom Stebbins, and Judy Fromdahl. While they're coming up, I have quotes. Andrew Carnegie said, Teamwork is the ability to work together toward a common vision, the ability to direct individual accomplishment toward organizational objectives. It is the fuel that allows common people to obtain uncommon results. Apparently I didn't think out Yeah, it might be helpful to get a few of those out.
Thank you.
And Tom, you can hold yours in front of your face if you'd like. You can,
Mine's different. Mine's different.
yours is different?
Oh, okay.
Lion Tamers, you're in charge of club paraphernalia. The bells, the gavels that sometimes disappear when we have visiting lions, the badges, name tags, sign-in sheets for membership meetings or for the general membership luncheons. You assist the immediate past president in greeting members and welcome and introduce guests. You accept the responsibilities of your position.
I do.
Yes. Oh, I do.
Next up are tail twisters. We have 3 tail twisters in the club. However, I believe only one of them is with us tonight. Lion Cindy Fickett, would you come forward, please? I don't believe, is Lion John Palmer? I didn't see him here. And I know Phil Olson has a funeral he had to perform at today. But as you come forward, Bill Bradley said, respect your fellow human being. Treat them fairly. Disagree with them honestly. Enjoy their friendship. Explore your thoughts about one another candidly. Work together for a common goal and help one another achieve it. Lion Cindy. Tail twisters. Okay, folks, this is one of the last times we can say something nice about tail twisters. You know, I usually joke about tail twisters having the sloping foreheads and the dull set eyes, and we're joking, of course. But tail twisters are the ones that collect fines in the club, so we like to have a little fun with them as well. One of your main duties is to maintain harmony and encourage good fellowship, and you do that through humor and objects like that. You impose and collect fines with good judgment. There are some people that don't particularly appreciate being fined, and I learned years ago as a tail twister, you have to kind of adapt a little bit to that. Promote fun and laughter. That is very, very important. Break down barriers, if any, and bring members closer together. We accept the duties of your office.
There you go.
Thank you, Marilyn. Next up, directors. We have a bunch, and I really appreciate Marilyn had these ready to go now. We have 7 directors. 1-year directors are Dolly Harvey, Sharon Sisson, Dick Sorensen, and Duncan Wallace. 2-year directors, Pat Reif, Steve Patterson, Steve Johnston, who's not here this evening, and Rex Boswell. Will the 7 of you please come forward? Henry Ford said, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't.
No, he did.
What'd you guys do down there?
I didn't realize that was got gay. A lot more people come up here.
These are cool.
Only for you.
We're going to probably have to crowd a little bit that way, folks.
Okay. As far as good.
The directors, we'll just keep pushing until Kyle files off the stage. Directors, with the other officers, you form the board of directors of the Lions Club. You assist in setting policies and procedures for the club. You carefully review and participate in financial decisions, regularly attend board meetings, participate in club functions. You accept the responsibility of your position.
Absolutely.
Next up, membership chair, Lion Greg Firth. Would you please come forward? Another Henry Ford quote, if everyone is moving forward together, then success takes care of itself. Membership chair is responsible for assisting the club in recruiting new members, and we know we never hear anything about membership from Lion Greg, right?
No.
We do a great job, and you look at the membership numbers that we have, you know he's been doing a great job. You also work to making your club a more attractive group. And no, we're not talking about physical appearance because we're hopeless in that regard. But a more welcoming and keep the club fun and all that. Will you accept the responsibilities of your position?
Yes.
Vice presidents. We only have one here this evening, but will Lion Russ come forward, please?
We want Marion! We want Marion!
Like this. Okay, ready, go. Right, left.
Babe Ruth said, the way a team plays as a whole determines its success. You may have the greatest bunch of individual stars in the world, but if they don't play together, the club won't be worth a dime. I'm just going to talk a little bit about each of the vice presidents. We all pretty much understand this, but for those of you who are visitors or maybe newer to the club, the third vice president is in charge of all the club committees that bring in funds, the fundraising part of our club. The second vice president is in charge of spending money. That's what Russ has been in charge of the committees for this year. And then as first vice president, he doesn't have anything to do. Oh, wait, no. First vice president is your administrative committees. It is a little bit of a lighter task, typically, but it's for a purpose. It's also the year that you're getting ready for your following year when you're going to become club president. So your job is also to kind of follow and understand what Ron's doing and learn the position. You fill in for the president in his absence, training to become, as we indicated, and you assist the president in having a great year. Will you accept the responsibilities of your position?
I will.
You kind of hesitated there, but...
Didn't we all?
Had to think about it.
Lion Ken Botero, please come forward. Treasurer.
Hey.
The
Give a date tonight.
This is the author unknown quote. Teamwork divides the task and multiplies the success.
Okay, not anymore.
Come on, you're a real flower child. We know that. The treasurer is custodian of all club funds. Deposit all monies received. Responsible for dispersing funds as directed by the board of directors. To assist in preparing the annual budget and prepare and present regular financial statements to the board. You accept the position, the responsibilities of the position.
One more year.
Next up, Secretary Lion Keith Huff, please come forward. Come on, your kids love that.
Perfect one for it.
Oh, yes. The quote for Keith's area, or the quote we chose here, is from Vince Lombardi. Very famous coach, very successful in motivating teams. His statement was, individual commitment to a group effort. That is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, a civilization work. Secretary is, well, not much of a position at all, right? Actually, it's one of the most, and probably the most important position in the club. The success of your president, paying attention, Ron, and the club depend on the secretary. You're the liaison between the club, the district, the multiple district, and Lions Clubs International. See that all communications are properly forwarded in a timely manner. Submit regular MMRs. We don't have to do VADs anymore, thankfully. Keep regular... Yeah, any of us that have been a secretary can cheer that part. Keep regular club records, including minutes of board meetings, list of officers' attendance records, etc., etc., etc. As we say, it's only an hour a week, right?
1 hour a week.
4 years.
You're also to attend quarterly zone meetings as an officer of the zone. Both the president and the secretary are officers of the zone. Submit annual reports to multiple district and Lions Clubs International. Will you accept the responsibilities of your position?
Yes.
Yes. We're getting a little hesitation up here, folks. Immediate past president, Lion Doug. Please come forward.
We call.
Lion Doug.
Fine, Doug.
Come forward, please.
Douglas.
Virginia Burton said, cooperation is the thorough conviction that nobody can get there unless everybody gets there.
I didn't either.
Can you get there from here?
It's been actually better than I thought they did.
I can do a commercial break. Say stop.
The most important thing to learn as your immediate past president is you're not retired. You still have another year working on the executive committee. You're to give counsel when asked to the president. Serve as a official greeter for the club. We accept the responsibilities of your position.
Yes. Will I do that?
Yes.
You're asking me? Asking me?
Apparently not. I guess he wants to stay and.
I'll do it, I promise.
Now we're in trouble.
Lion Ron, would you come forward now?
Who?
H.E. Lukács said, no one can whistle a symphony. It takes a whole orchestra to play it. You notice the theme tonight has been on teamwork.
Right.
As president, you're the chief executive officer, the CEO of the club. Preside at all meetings of the club, hopefully using an agenda. We do pretty good at that. Your duty, with the assistance of your vice presidents and the support of your board, is to appoint the administrative and activities committees and chairs. You serve as an ex officio member of every committee in the club. Ex officio means you don't have a vote, but you attend as many of those as you can, yes. Be prepared, just like the Boy Scout motto, be prepared for everything the club is doing and what you're doing at meetings. Take the necessary time and effort to plan your year. This is something I learned from past council chairman Hal. It's very important to set goals and then you have a guidepost to what you're looking for. Take your club where it wants to go. You are the facilitator, so be sure and listen to the members and figure out where they want to go. Lead by example, be active. You're also an officer of the zone, so you're expected to attend all the quarterly zone meetings. Will you accept the responsibilities of your position?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Okay.
Lions, you are assuming responsibility for the policies and achievements of this Lions Club. It's your responsibility to disperse funds in a prudent manner and work selflessly to meet the goals and objectives set forth by your club. On your honor as Lions, do you individually and collectively promise to stand by this club, to live with it and work with it throughout the coming year, and take such time as may be necessary to properly perform your official duties?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got it.
Now, this time I'd like all of you to come forward and place your whirly flowers in the vase right here. Don't worry, you can get them back afterwards. And you'll probably have to have them all faced forward. Yes. I did. And yes, you can have them when you're done. I know there's a lot of kids.
I know.
Go ahead and stay up here for a moment. Stay up here, officers, yes. But just after you put your flowers in there. Thank you. Got a couple more to put in there.
Come on, Dick, you hold them up.
Get in shaming at Christmas.
Yeah, it gets a little crowded with those. I tried this at home, and the first vase I tried fell over, so there's a bunch of rocks in the bottom of this one. You learn by example. At this time, I'd like the members that are in the audience of the Longview Pioneer Lions to please stand. If you're a member of the club, please stand. These Lions before you have committed to work diligently throughout the year. They were elected by you and cannot succeed without the full support of all the members of this Lions Club. Will you pledge to actively support them, performing whatever Lions duties are requested throughout the following year?
Yes.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Hey, yo, baby.
Maybe? Well, we can take maybe from Tom because it's Tom, but I'm just happy Mike Firth's still here past his bedtime. It is. I know that, Mike. That's why we're trying to move along here for you. You may be seated. The purpose of this exercise is to show a little bit about you're building a bouquet. Just like Marilyn said, it takes a variety of different types, a variety of different officers to make it work together as a team. But we are a team. We need to work together to accomplish anything that we're doing. So, with that, and one last thing, remember there are no problems, only challenges and opportunities. Attitude is huge. It is my pleasure to declare these Lions duly installed to the offices in which they are elected. Lions and guests, I present to you the 2014-15 officers of the Longview Pioneer Lions. Oh, excuse me. On your way out, you may take your whirligig flower if you'd like. Any of the officers may take those.
It's on mine. We were pay forever. Okay, I got another.
I got a couple things, and then I'm done. Okay, there's a couple of whirlies that left their gigs. At this time, since we did find out that Ron is a fan of begonias, I have a begonia to give to you.
Oh, thank you. All right.
And when I was district governor, I did things a little bit different. I didn't do pins. I had pint glasses. Imagine that. And this is one of my remaining. I have about a half dozen left. This is one of my district governor glasses, and it talks about bottoms up. It all begins with service.
All right,
Ron, I'd
thank
like
you.
to present you with a glass.
Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to turn the control back over to Paso and Chairman Greg.
That's good, Greg.
Get out of here. I can sit down. Okay.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to call on our current president for some outgoing comments. And we will have an exchange of pins following that.
Thank you, Greg. Got a couple of announcements for next week. There's going to be a board meeting next Thursday at 7 o'clock in the morning. And this time next week, we're going to have a new officer training and orientation program. And put that aside, let's get down to business. It has been a great time spending the last 365 days being the president of this club. Now, you may think that it's just another year. Well, you're right. We do the same things every year. We do great things every year. But as the president, it's a one-time shot. And it's been a real thrill for me to have the opportunity to serve as your president this last year. Now, I was extremely lucky to have our district governor also in our club. And District Governor Steve Patterson, if you would stand, have a round of applause. What a great job he did. And it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to have a chance to work with you side by side, and it was really great to work with you, Steve. And I can honestly say,
Easy, watch it.
that you did giant things. You really did giant things this year. But one thing, you've answered a question that's been puzzling men for many, many years. That size doesn't matter. But it's been a lot of fun. We've done some great things. This year was the first year we had our ice cream wagon added to our fundraising program, and that was very successful. Also, our Street of Screens, and I guess Cindy, who chaired it, is gone, but we did wonderful things with that. We were able to get rid of $2,000 that we had to pay to store all that stuff because we put it out of Millennium, and so we were able to fund to CAP, the food warehouse, additional $3,000 this year from a non-profit program. So how about that? This year, as you know, was our 90th anniversary, and District Governor Mark Kelch and George, past Zone Chair George Moore, where are you? You two guys did a wonderful job in making that function. And Dolly Harvey, you are my wife, but you also did a great job in funding that. We actually, putting on that program actually came out ahead at the end. We actually had money left over, which is really exciting for that kind of a project. Okay? The other issue we had was a hemorrhaging of our administrative funds in having our luncheon meetings over at the Expo Center. We were actually going in the hole every week by a couple of $100. We took care of that this year, and we are now back in the black because we moved over to the Eagles, and the Eagles are treating us very nicely. So those are the kind of things that I think we've accomplished, and I'm really happy to have had the chance to do it. There are a couple of great people that we probably need to recognize. Hal Palmer, where are you? Past Council Chair, Hal Palmer. You convinced our club that we should do the cabaret. And we did that, and without any funding from the club itself, we put that on this year in conjunction with the Columbia Theater. It was a rousing success, was it not? Yes, it was. It was. And so we are going to find next Tuesday, I believe, exactly how much money this club is going to garner to put into our funding for our community projects. That's right. So.
Great job, Hal! And what's her name, too?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I've been happy to do this. I look forward to continue to work with the club. It's been a great time, and I thank every one of you for giving me that opportunity. Thank you very much.
Ron, would you come up here, please?
Oh, boy.
Way to go, Gator.
Here it is. It's your turn.
Gator.
You lucky guy. This is the original gavel. 90 years ago, this was pounded on the table, called the first meeting to order.
No, you don't have to hit us so hard.
As the incoming president, I pass this on to you to hold and to protect for the next 365 days.
Right.
As a matter of procedure, and then you will turn it over to the next president. I also have the original pin worn by the original president 90 years ago. And you are to maintain this during your presidency and pass it on again.
And don't lose it.
And don't lose it. Now, one other thing.
Been together for 90 years. Right.
Here's a line pin we pass on from year to year, and I'm going to pin it on you and congratulate you on your taking over in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah. 3 more weeks.
3 more weeks. You figure that out.
No way. Good.
Congratulations, Troy.
Thank you.
Now I'll turn the floor over to you, and you can tell everybody all the exciting things that you look forward to next year.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you. First of all, I want to introduce my family. Pat Rife. And Tom Rife, my brother-in-law, which is known as Hockey Puck, Grumpy, what's your name? And my son, Mark. And my daughter, Lori, and her husband, Jason. Thank you very much for coming tonight. You know, all these here flowers, they're really beautiful, the flowers are, and they're, I don't think they're going to need any fertilizer because all the bulb we have out here in the audience here.
Just enjoy them.
Right. I got a bunch of them on my deck now. Also, I would like to see our club increase its membership by at least 20 members of the next year. And also, on the red badges, the ones that are coming in that hasn't got the blue badges yet, I'd like to see those guys that come in and run the meetings about 4 months down the road. We'll talk it over and with all the new ones as they're coming in, and get them so that they get to feel of how the meetings are ran and everything. That's about all I got to say.
What?
Yeah, I want to get home.
We need an agenda.
Okay, couple things we've got here. Number one, Dolly, you have a raffle.
Yes, I do. You got a what? They have rules for that.
And while Dolly's getting that, could we have the Moose staff or dinner staff out, please?
Moosey!
Bring more cake.
Did they leave?
They left. You're all having a drink.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
The winner of Dolly's apple chicken.
What the hell grows a 7-pound chicken so that a half is 3.5 pounds?
Okay.
Hal Palmer
Grind
does.
it up, right? There we go.
Better produce than drugs.
And Tuesday.
Cute. You want to do it, Greg?
Not much you can do about it.
Yay, Janice won! Yay! Ready? I have my reading glasses on. Great.
It is 8, 1, 3, 4, 7, 0.
Is that right?
No. There it is.
Who is it?
There you go. June.
June, thank you.
That was great. Okay, there's our nice staff here from the Moose. We give them a big hand.